And this, said Trianna, is the latest pattern we've invented. Book 2, Eldest. Chapter 55, Child's Play. And Chapter 56, Premonition of War. Welcome to Aragon and Back Again, a podcast where we explore Christopher Paolini's inheritance cycle chapter by chapter. I'm Darien Smartt.
And I'm Lucy Hart.
And we're back at Nasuada.
We're back to Nasuada.
Very happy.
Very happy indeed.
We get some good stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is the last, spoilers, I guess. This might be the last time we visit Nasuada in this book.
I think so.
Like, in her POV.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at my notes. Yeah.
Oh, last time we were with Nasuada.
So, let's savor it, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a pretty good couple chapters.
And it is. Sure. Like, getting some really cool setting up the status quo.
Yep.
All right, but before we get into that,
yes,
Lucy, do you have a spark of inspiration?
I do.
Yes.
I prepped this time.
Yay!
I wrote them down. So, as weird as it sounds, I'm going to say doom scrolling is a spark of inspiration.
Okay.
Because it led to me going, you know what else I could be doing instead of doom scrolling? Going to the gym.
Hey, yeah.
So instead of after work, I spend an hour doom scrolling. I'm gonna try to go to the gym for an hour instead.
That's great, Lucy.
I know. It'll help me. I think it'll help me probably eat better and probably help me sleep better for sure. So
it's very annoying that exercise actually is good for you.
Yeah,
and you do feel better when you do
and
it.
you
It's
do
just
feel
so
better when you
rude.
do it.
It's like,
Yeah.
how dare this be true?
Right, absolutely. So yeah,
Nice.
and it doesn't really impact like. I have one really close to the apartment complex I live at, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go to that one.
Perfect.
And just swing by after work, or like go home, drop off stuff, and then go immediately from there to there. So
That's a great plan, Lucy. I'm proud of you.
Not too bad. Yes, I'm excited.
Nice.
What about you?
I talked about the Focus app that I've been using?
Think so.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so I would like to talk about.
That was so cute.
I was turning it on so I could see the full name of the app. It's called Focus Friend, and it is a little app that it's basically like a focus timer. Like you can be like, I need to lock in. Let's set a timer for however long I want to focus uninterrupted, right? And you're like, well, you could just set a timer on your phone, right? Like, how do you not just break that because who's going to stop me? I can do whatever I want. I'm a real human. Well, what stops you is this little bean. So this Focus Friend it's a little bean.
Yes.
And this bean wants to knit.
Yeah.
They just want to knit scarves and socks.
Yeah.
And so while you turn on the focus timer, they're knitting.
Yeah.
And so if you grab your phone and interrupt them, they get really sad.
Oh, no.
And also, when they knit things, it is like you can use like what they have knitted in exchange for the decorations.
Oh, cool.
Because you'll see, Lucy, my little bean. Oh, this is Pinto.
Hi, Pinto.
I picked the little bean, and I thought Pinto was cute. You can also buy
look
things
at that.
and
That's
decorate.
so cute.
Yeah. And then there's a kitchen.
Yeah.
And
I
then
love
here's
that.
I recently unlocked the bedroom, and you'll see it's pretty sparse.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm still
But
decorating
you're working on it. Yeah.
And then you can see all the little things that I can decorate and pick.
Cool.
Yep. And there are some things that are like, oh, it only costs socks, which you get a lot of. Or it costs scarves, which you don't get as many. So you have to focus longer to get like this pretty wardrobe that looks like stars.
Yeah.
And it's it's purely mental. Like nothing as bad is going to happen to me if I interrupt the digital bean while he's knitting a scarf. But like, it does get me to be like, no, I need to stop with like the scrolling. I need to stop the scrolling. I set the timer, I put it down, and then I work on a thing. And then when I inevitably just grab my phone and like switch to open like Instagram or something, because I'm just like the habit, the addiction is there, and I open it up and I see the bean is knitting, and I'm like, right, no, I don't want to be on Instagram right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I do want to be working on something productive, be that writing or editing or researching, or even just like I've done it when I've been reading.
Yeah.
Just to be like, no getting distracted with the scrolling, just but it's super cute. It's a free app. You can upgrade to open up the scarf option, and you can buy little skins for the bean, but it's really cute, and it's just a fun little thing. You can also upgrade to its pure like lockdown mode, where it literally won't let you navigate away from it.
Wow, yeah.
Like I can still respond to text messages and stuff without it interrupting the bean, and I could like literally the way it is, I could just go on to Instagram and nobody cares and it won't
Yeah.
interrupt it. Like I'd have to physically tell it I'm stopping if I
Yeah.
don't turn it on deep focus mode.
Yeah.
So there are options, but it does help me not lose my sense of flow
Yeah.
by
I like
accidentally
that.
getting sucked into like reels.
Absolutely.
So, Focus Friend, it's super cute. And I love, and they give you like so many options for decorating things. Like for example, like here is like the like wardrobe options
Oh,
for
wow,
the closet.
look.
And you can just like,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
So many.
so many. And it is super fun to like personalize it. Of course, there's a lot of purple in the house because I love
Yeah.
purple and I'm always
Yep.
so happy.
Yep.
On the living room, they're watching Treasure Planet.
That's so
like-
good. Oh, I love that. Yeah, look at that. Treasure Planet.
And that one costs scarves. So obviously
Yeah.
I saved up some scarves to
Yeah.
get Treasure Planet.
Yeah, that's very good.
So, Focus Friend, it's a handy little thing to help my brain not just mindlessly.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I'm in the middle of a project, and then I'll, like, stop, and I'll, like, grab my phone to respond to a text or something,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'll look up, and I've been on Instagram for 20 minutes.
Yep.
I hate
Yep.
that. So,
yeah, me
a
too.
little bean.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into the chapters.
Let's do it.
Child's Play. An attempt on Nasuada's life is thwarted thanks to Elva. Premonitions of War. Serta and the Varden learn that the Empire's army is on the march and have reason to fear a direct altercation with Galbatorix himself. Plans are made to reach out to the dwarves, notify the elves, and summon Aragon and Saphira to Serta. This first scene is great.
I love this first scene.
Yeah, just
It's
a
so
sudden
good.
vibe shift of
Yep.
reviewing
Lace.
lace. Gosh, I had silk in my head.
I was
for
going
a
to say
second.
silk too, but I
Yeah.
was like, wait, no,
no,
it's lace.
reviewing lace samples, and
Yep.
suddenly an assassination
Yep.
attempt. Like
I
that's so
also-
fun.
I will say my opinion of Trianna does increase
Yeah,
right here because she steps in front of Nasuada. Like, despite like maybe the altercations and despite between these two women, and then also despite like Trianna kind of having a little bit of an attitude, just like a tiny little
Yeah.
bit, she's still like, no, this is my leader and I will do everything I can
like
to save her.
when there's like it opens like suddenly there's like a commotion outside the door. They
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. The guards are yelling. Triana's like, "I love this. Run, lady,"
Yep.
said Trianna. The sorceress placed herself in front of Nasuada and pushed back her sleeves, baring her white arms in preparation to work magic. Take the servant's entrance. Like,
Yep.
that's fucking great. That
Yep.
does show where Triana's like loyalties
Loyalty,
lie, and
absolutely.
she is ready to
Like,
protect Nasuada.
Yeah, like despite like Trianna isn't someone to be like, well, I don't like Nasuada, or like I don't like this person, so I'm not going to do anything. She's like, no, she
Yeah.
is willing to set aside her own personal grievances or
Mhm.
whatever. This is just kind of what I and do the thing that she is meant to do, protect her leader.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It's just real. I'm like, oh, I like Trianna. Like actually,
I like Trianna. Like earlier, I think we got a little bit of gruff from
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Trianna defenders," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Listen, I will fully commit to being a Trianna defender. I like Trianna.
yeah,
I think she's great."
Absolutely.
And also, like, it also all maybe demonstrates, like, I think she knows her job,
Oh yeah.
and she would have been. I think even if, let's say, the first time, like before the whole like, "I need you to do this lace" thing,
yeah.
like, I think if this has happened, Trianna would have been prepared to fight because that's her job.
Yeah.
She's a sorceress. But I think the whole her telling Nasuada to run and take the servant's entrance, like, that she is also paying attention to, like, one, not just like one, I gotta fight whatever's happening, but
Yeah.
one, I gotta make sure Nasuada is safe.
Yes.
Like, I think that also, like, one, like you said, like, demonstrates that she is loyal to the Varden.
Yep.
She knows what she's here to do.
Yep.
And yeah, she's a little bit like, she's got a lot of like high opinions of herself.
Yeah.
She was very dismissive of Nasuada, but though I do also think like Nasuada has successfully like
I
put
think
her
so
in her
too.
place
Yeah.
and like demonstrated, but also demonstrated that Nasuada is not someone who is frivolous.
Yep.
Like, she is demanding and deserving of respect, and I think Trianna is demonstrating that.
Yep, I think
And
so
I like
too.
that
And
a
it's
lot.
also, I also like that Lady Nasuada also in this moment isn't a shrinking violet.
Yeah.
I think because she backs away from the door in alarm, but does pull out her dagger.
Yeah, like she's
like
ready.
she is ready to fight as well.
Because you need to make sure you have some, if something bursts through, you want to make sure you have enough time to react to whatever
Absolutely.
that is.
Yep.
Granted, she's not expecting a child.
Yep. Not expecting. I don't think anyone's expecting
No
a
one,
child.
no one expects a cursed. Oh, I was a cursed child.
No. Yeah. No. Sorry.
That was actually the original description of Elva in the summary, and I was like, no,
Yeah,
that
nope.
term has been
Yep. Nope.
tainted. So,
Yep. But
yeah.
also, I don't think they're expecting the threat to come from behind. Actually,
Yeah. So we get
Elva
Elva
tackles.
literally tackling Nasuada to the ground right as like a bolt shoots through the space where Nasuada had just been standing.
Yep.
And it is clearly an assassination attempt.
Yep. And in this moment too, we get a really close view of what Elva's curse does to her fully. Like she's talked about it and things, but this is like when we the readers are seeing what happens to her physically.
Yeah.
When she doesn't go against that, or when she resists against the compulsion.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, because once the guards, like, they pull Elva off, Nasuada stands up. She's like, what is going on? The black-haired girl smiled, then doubled over and retched on the braided rug. Afterward, she fixed her violet eyes on Nasuada and, in her terrible, knowing voice, said, have your magician examine the wall, O daughter of Ajahad, and see if I have not fulfilled my promise to you. Being the fact that she's physically throwing up, like, and Nasuada clocks that is probably because, like, later she sees that the guards are scratched.
Yep.
Because Elva was, like, forcing her way into the room.
Yes.
Nasuada has a thought of, like, oh, that must have hurt her. What does it say? Like, yeah, that must have hurt her terror. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Yep.
She realized what it must have cost Elva to hurt them.
Yep, because she can't harm people. She can't do it, but she did.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and also she's supposed to stop harm from coming to others.
Yep.
And so when she's, like, directing them, like, it was an assassin who sent him, an assassin trained by Galbatorix himself in the dark uses of magic. Her burning eyes grew half-lidded, as if she were in a trance. The man hates you. He's coming for you. He would have killed you if I hadn't stopped him. She lurched forward and retched again, spewing half-digested food across the floor. Nasuada gagged in revulsion, and he's about to suffer great pain. Why is that? Because I will tell you where he stays, in the hostel on Fane Street, and in the last room on the top floor. You'd better hurry, or he'll get away. Away. She groaned like a wounded beast and clutched her belly. Hurry, before Aragon's spell forces me to stop you from hurting him. You'll be sorry then. Dang, what the fuck?
Yeah, right?
It's so messed up.
It's like, what the fuck? It's
yeah.
Like, ooh.
Like, it's not just like, oh, it's so... The actual physical pain Elva is experiencing is so deeply distressing.
Yep.
So we can't just enjoy this scene as like, oh, cool, like Elva just saved Nasuada.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. This magical thing she has. Like, how great. It's this newborn.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be a baby.
Yes.
And Aragon fucked up so bad.
So bad.
Like, yes, thank goodness she saved Nasuada.
Yeah.
But, like, God, is this the cost of it?
Yeah. And I think, like, Paulini does a good job with being, like, showing us that, hey, this isn't actually a good thing. Like, this isn't a good thing. Like, yes, like you said, yes, she saved Nasuada, but at what price?
Yeah.
Like, that sucks. Like, it's awful.
Is this child suffering the price that we should be willing to let be paid for Nasuada's protection?
Yep.
Right? Like, it's so interesting. But there's, at this moment, no solution for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing anybody can done here.
Yes,
so.
absolutely.
She does questions like, hey, how did you get here?
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, well, Angela had to run an errand, and what'd she say? I told my caretaker, Greta, what she wanted to hear. That's all? It made her very happy. That's so creepy.
It's
like,
so
creepy. So creepy.
Because, I mean, like, what was her first interaction with Nasuada? She told Nasuada what she wanted to hear.
Yeah,
and
like, your dad's so proud of her.
Yeah, and she felt the relief and also hatred that
like,
this kid knew exactly what to tell her.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yeah. Ugh.
Like, and Nasuada is, like, deeply unsettled by Elva.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think Paulini does a good job of, like, making that not an unreasonable reaction. Like, in the way he writes Elva and her speech and her descriptions. And just the reminding of, like, this is an adult woman's voice coming out of this.
Yes. The
5-year-old's body.
Yeah, 5-year-old.
It's so, like,
creepy.
It's like we can be, like, upset and feel for what Elva is experiencing, and also, like, no, you're right, Nasuada. This is very disturbing.
Yeah, and it's also like we learn in the next chapter she takes delight in, like, inconveniencing Elva, and I honestly think it's like I find that very believable, and I don't necessarily think less of Nasuada.
Yeah,
because it's like, Yeah, she's and so like and Nasuada doesn't like go out of her way to purposefully do it.
Yeah.
She's just walking down the hallway listening to Elva trying to catch up with her, and is taking like just a small measure of delight from that.
Yeah, it's like it's so complicated because it's like Nasuada, that's like her kid.
Yeah, it's
like
she
is like a kid. Like, but it's also the magic of it all, because that's the thing we see recurring here with Nasuada in these chapters.
She is very disconcerted with magic.
Yes,
absolutely.
Like the thought of like we're gonna have to like once we get rid of Gabatoris, we're gonna have to figure out how to like not control, but like
keep track of
police.
I think is a good way. Yeah,
the use of magic, and that is a thing that it's like I feel like we as readers are meant to be like, ooh, what does that mean, Nasuada? Like, what is that going to look like in the future? And it's a passing thought. She has not thought about like how that would even be possible, and we are sitting here wondering like how would you actually even do that well?
Yeah,
but simultaneously, like as we discussed before, she's right.
Yeah,
like
she's right, and we see examples here where and also in this next coming chapter where like
which I think we can jump to.
Yeah, we can jump to. Well, so the first chapter just ends with I just want to bring attention.
Oh yes,
Nasuada's like, oh, I can give you or what? Okay,
yeah.
Ask me any boon you want, and I shall grant it if it's within my power. Elva glanced around the ornate bedroom and then said, "Do you have any food? I'm hungry."
Rough.
And then that's what we see again. The other side of this too is like she goes through so much where it physically affects her to the point where she's throwing up, but she is constantly starving, hungry.
Like when it says she threw up, it's like she had just eaten.
She just ate.
Yeah,
and the last time is like she constantly eats.
Her body is like physically forced to like change at such a rate, and it's like this girl is in constant physical misery.
Yep. It's rough.
Angela is gonna punch Aragon in the face.
When she's gonna do it.
I'm
excited to see
she's gonna do it. She's gonna have to like just a real in the gut one time. One time in the gut. Listen, yes, it was a mistake, but it was a reckless and careless thing you did.
Yep, absolutely.
So then we get to Premonition of War, where the Trianna and the guards have returned. They found the assassin who took his own life with some sort of like magic or...
Yep. Yeah. He uses magic.
Yeah, he used magic. I was thinking cyanide, and I was like, I know that's not what happened. Why? And that's just because what my brain is doing.
Because Nasuada asks, "How was he killed? I see no marks on his body." So, and it's explained earlier where Nasuada is driven by a morbid curiosity.
Yeah,
she feels like, linked to him in some way,
and now I had him
led
killed.
to his death.
Yeah,
exactly.
But we did learn some information. His name was Drael. And he works with a network of agents based here in Serta who are loyal to Gabatorix. They're called the Black Hand. They spy on us, sabotage our war efforts, and, best we could determine in our brief glimpse into Drael's memories, are responsible for dozens of murders throughout the Varden. Real quick, what do you mean dozens of murders?
Yeah, I'm like, when did we... What?
That feels... Hey, why... The lace thing can't have been so drawing everyone's attention that we weren't aware of dozens of murders.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, murders? Not deaths?
Yeah.
Not like acts. Like, that's the thing that, did you know they were murders when they happened? Or did they were just like, oh, tragic accidents, unfortunate, like, so it set up as if it was an accident or sickness or some sort of like natural cause.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean there have been dozens of murders in the Varden?
Yep.
And this is the first that I or Nasuada are hearing about
and that's the thing. Like, we don't really know if Nasuada has known about this because she doesn't reflect on it.
Yes.
And it's like she could add a note. Like, there could have been a line in here of her saying something like, "Oh, so that's where all those disappearances were happening."
Yeah.
Or that's like, maybe all those accidents that cost all those lives weren't just accidents.
Like, or like, why wasn't it mentioned way... If this was a thing that we were supposed to be aware of, like, it feels like it should have been brought... I'm going to full on say this is a criticism I'm going to give to the writing of this, because, like, I think that's super interesting.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it makes it seem like the Varden is such a mess.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the conclusion we're supposed to be drawing.
Yeah.
Because things are really tight. As we'll see, like, they're tight enough for Serta's people to be like, you're ready to fight a war, right?
Yeah.
Like, they still have their shit together so much. And then the lace thing has been going, like, so well that like they have all the resources they need. No one's hungry. Everybody's stable.
Yep.
Like, so it seems wild that there could have been dozens of murders.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the last set of chapters we've been hanging out with Nasuada, some sort of reflection on the run of bad luck that they've been facing with some unfortunate like accidents in like whatever manufacturing or
and I also
a bout of like food like borne illness that kills like that,
or like again disappearances, like just people vanishing, and especially
like deserters, maybe they frame it as deserters,
or like maybe they're in the city because they're in a city, so it's like maybe they're just not accounted for, and then maybe having again like that's where I'm hung up, where I'm like she should have had something where it's like maybe all those disappearances aren't just like
but I would I think she needed to reflect on it, and then I needed it to have been brought up before so it's like, what do you mean you knew about this and we didn't know about this? This is a big deal. So like just for that, because it would mirror how Jode was having all that bad luck, and the reality is it is the doing of Galbatorix, and we see how far his control really stretches. Like if we had known that the Varden had been experiencing this weird bad luck, and then we get to Jode and we find out that his bad luck is from Galbatorix, and we think like, wait, hold on, like if we remember, we think like, wait, could that possibly be, that feels familiar, what's going on? And then we get the confirmation. Like it's just like a small thing, and it's not like oh no, a plot hole, like it's not, it just feels like
it's a little like when you're walking and you trip a little bit, like it's like a little hiccup, like what
like that's interesting, and it is important for us to know that Galbatorix has this kind of power where he has successfully embedded his people in the where the Varden is at, and they had no idea, and that this like sabotage was being successful. People are dead because of this. And I think like that's all good storytelling and giving Galbatorix as this really real and ever-present threat. It just feels like crazy that Nasuada had no idea this was like that people were dying.
Agreed.
But they have been trying to look for an opportunity to assassinate her since they got here. They aren't sure why why Galbatorix hasn't tried to assassinate King Orin yet. Hey, real quick, why do we got an Orin, an Auric, and an Oramus? I know in the real world people's names can sound similar to each other. I'm not. But if you're picking names for the book, I was just like, Orin? No, Auric. Oramus. Hold on.
They're all Ors.
Just a lot of
throwing us off.
Just a little.
They're all too similar for
just a little
characters.
Too similar for names that one person was actually picking to put in the world. Again, I understand it's realistic, but it doesn't have to be. I literally have changed names in my draft because the characters' names were just a little too similar. And my friend Kelsey, who was reading the draft, kept getting confused as to who the characters were. So one of the characters' names just got changed entirely differently. And again, like it's different because King Orin is not talking to Oramus. Oramus and Auric rarely end up in the same scene together. I had fun.
No, agreed.
But
they have some pretty good theories on why Orin's been alive, where Trianna does contemplate that once the Black Hand realizes that Nasuada's protected by Elva, Orin won't live another month unless he is guarded by magicians day or night. Or perhaps Galbatorix has abstained from such direct action because he wanted the Black Hand to remain unnoticed. Serta has always existed at his tolerance. Now that it's become a threat.
Can you protect Orin as well? Asked Nasuada, turning to Elva. Her violet eyes seemed to glow. Maybe if he asked nicely.
So creepy! But so good!
So creepy! Oh
so
my
creepy.
God! The other thing is, like, there were things inherent about Elva that's, like, super unnerving. Flip side, though, that is a little kid comment.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe if he asks nicely. Like, that's, from a little kid voice, is just like, you're just, like, 5. But, like, from this... It's
5-year-old with a woman's voice.
Violet glowing eyes. Like, I like this other interaction that she has with Trianna, where she's mad. Like, Nasuada, why didn't you discover this sooner? I can understand you might have missed a lone assassin, but an entire network of spellcasters dedicated to our destruction? Explain yourself, Trianna.
Because here, unlike in Farthendur, we cannot examine everyone's mind for duplicity. There are just too many people for us magicians to keep track of. That is why we didn't know about the Black Hand until now, Lady Nasuada.
Understood. Did you discover the identity of any other members of the Black Hand?
A few.
Good. Using the ferret out the rest of the agents. I want you to destroy this entire organization for me, Trianna. Eradicate them as you would an infestation of vermin. I'll give you however many men you need.
As you wish, Lady Nasuada.
Like, I like... Because, like, yeah, Nasuada's pissed. She's like, because the... What the hell is their, like, magic club name?
Durangagata.
Yeah. It's like Durangagata's job is to make sure this exact thing
Yeah.
does not happen.
Yep.
And so I feel like Nasuada is right to be like, okay, hold on. How did you miss this?
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
But I don't think Triana's response, like, one, she's like, you could tell she's like,
Mm-hmm.
don't like being suggested that I'm bad at my job.
Yeah, exactly.
Trianna, again, to her credit,
Yeah.
isn't like condescending or dismissive or
Yes.
defensive.
Yeah.
But she does defend the reality of the situation, which is
Yeah.
we are no longer in a position where we can do as thorough a job as we were before.
Yep, because you are in an open city rather than an enclosed
Like,
one.
we're in a whole new nation. Like,
Yep.
it's not like there's one entrance and we can literally vet everybody's mind like we
Yes.
used to. There are just people, and there are also people that were here before we got here.
Yep.
So that's kind of just what it is. And I also like Nasuada's like, I understand. Like,
Yep.
she doesn't apologize for the accusation.
Yeah.
Because she shouldn't have to.
Yes.
But I do appreciate that she acknowledges, okay, that is
She's like,
the
nope,
reasonable reality.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. She accepts it and doesn't bluster or anything. She goes, nope. Yep. No.
Yep.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
Cool. But now that we know about them, I want you to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And Triana's like, I will
I'm
solve
on
the
it.
problem. I'm more than
Triana's like, I got this.
I've been working on lace for a while. I definitely need to do some combat magic. I just think Triana feels like a kind of person who is trained to do like combat
Yeah.
magic and has been, because she was so ready to fight.
Yeah, she was
like
so
she's
ready
so
to
ready
throw
to throw hands.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. And she's like, finally, my moment. I get to go hunt some assholes.
Yes. The reason I'm here.
Yes.
I like Triana. I think she's great.
Yep. Agreed.
And then a messenger from King Orin shows up, and he needs to talk to Nasuada.
Yep.
So she has, all right, Elva, you're gonna come with me.
Yep. And I like her. She's like, and because Nasuada's like, okay, we're gonna go, and Elva's like, and what of me? You, said Nasuada, shall accompany me. That is, if you feel strong enough to do so. And then she laughs and says, I'm strong enough, Nasuada. Are you? And then Nasuada just completely ignores the question, which I'm like, fair.
That is both how you deal with someone who deeply unnerves you, and also how you deal with a weird kid.
Yeah.
You kind of
Just all right. Just move on.
Right. Because I think the other thing about Elva is that I think also we have to remember she's also simultaneously a weird kid.
Yes.
Like, yeah, she's just a weird kid.
She's a weird kid.
She's already going to be a weird kid, and now all of this other stuff on top of it.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
Yep.
And this is where we get the scene of Nasuada taking that, like, mild pleasure
Yep.
in this, not this kid struggling, but
Yeah.
this unsettling entity having a physical limitation.
Yes.
Right.
Of being like I think you're on it where that limitation, but also like, oh fuck, I forgot. I had a point and I totally forgot. You keep going.
Oh, well, no, I was like, yeah, it's but also like, also kind of reads it to me as a little bit less what I was like, I got one thing on you.
Yeah.
I got tall legs.
Oh, also proves that this is still a child.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what I was trying to say. Was like, this kid can't keep up with an adult because Elva is a kid still.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where,
At the end of the day, this is still a mortal child.
Yes. I think that's kind of might be a little bit the underlying vibe of it too.
Mm-hmm. And then, so she shows up. Orin is in a meeting with, like, his council members, who we find out, apparently a lot of them don't like Nasuada being there.
Yep.
And it's like, is that opposition to the Varden's presence? Or is it opposition to Nasuada because she's young, because she's a woman, because she's black?
Yeah.
Like, racism doesn't feel like it's a thing here.
Yeah.
Which is in of itself a thing that you just like, okay, reality of the situation, what does that mean? Well, so we can't say that for sure, but we do know they don't like her for whatever reason.
Yes.
Is it her personally or is it the Varden entirely? We don't know, but this is a fun new obstacle where she's dealing with.
Yep. And it's also the council of elders are there as well with King Orin and there. So she's walking into a big group of people.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Why is everybody here and she hasn't
I
been?
know, right? That's what I think
What
too.
do you,
I'm like,
here's the
wait,
thing. Why
hold
are
on.
the Council of Elders already here?
Yeah, and maybe it's because Orin called for all of them and they got there sooner, maybe?
Yeah.
Because she had a situation to deal with. Maybe it took a while for the messenger boy to, like, find her because they did go into, like, her after the assassination attempt, they went from that room into another like internal room.
True,
And
yeah.
so maybe that's why
So it just took
Kid
a while to track her
took
down.
yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. So when Oren sees Elva, he's like, "Oh yes, shining a brow."
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
Sorry.
No. I have not had the opportunity to grant you an audience before, though accounts of your feats have reached my ear, and I must confess, I've been most curious to meet you. Have you found the quarters I arranged for you satisfactory? They are quite, sire. Thank you. At the sound of her eerie voice, the voice of an adult, everyone at the table flinched. And this one dude, fucking Erwin, the prime minister. What does that even mean in an actual, like, monarchy where the monarchy has actual real political power? I'm sure there's an actual answer. I just don't know it.
Yep.
He's like, why have you brought this abomination here? It's like, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. It's it's like Nasuada's like, you forget your manners, sir, and I'm like, you forget who the fuck you're talking to.
Exactly, which I think is exactly what that actually means in diplomacy.
Yes.
Oren's like, he's like, yeah, you shut up, but also like, Nasuada, I don't think this kid should just be here. And the Empire has just tried to assassinate me. If it were not for Elva's swift actions, I would be dead. As a result, I have taken her into my confidence. Wherever I go, she goes. Let them wonder exactly what Elva can do.
Yep.
Into it.
Yep.
Into it.
Absolutely.
He's like, I'm not going to tell you what she can do or how she saved me.
Yep.
You don't need to know that.
Yep.
You just need to know I have more power than you.
Yep. She's going to stay with me, and there's nothing you can do to do that.
Yep. And so the big thing is, hey, we got tricked.
Yep.
We thought that the troops were still at Gilead. They're not. They're on the move.
Yep.
It's like, how were our spies? And it's like, how were our spies so wrong?
Yeah.
And they're very confident in their reports. It means, someone's doing big illusion magic.
Big illusion magic. And they're like, the only thing we can think of is Galbatorix, which is terrifying.
Yeah, the only person powerful enough to do this. And if it is Galbatorix, it means he has left the confines of Urobane and is like joining the march himself on the move. And they're like, oh, we're so fucked.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're so fucked. Because it's also like, again, we're reminded that Serta only exists at Galbatorix's like, what's the word?
Discretion?
Yeah, like discretion or like patience or
because he has not cared to put any energy, effort, or resources into dealing with it, because Serta was part of the Empire and they successfully rebelled. Like that's the thing. This one part of the continent managed to rebel and gain independence. Yep. And largely because Galbatorix himself didn't show up to the fight.
Yeah, and he doesn't care enough.
They're so far away that they're bottom of the continent. Like it literally is just the fact that they have not been annoying enough.
Yep.
For Galbatorix to get involved, and so now Serta is under threat.
Yep.
And also this line of like, oh yeah, this crazy thing one of the council people say where it's
Erwin.
Of course it's Erwin.
Yeah, right.
The question is, how should we respond? We must confront this threat, of course, but in what manner? Where, when, and how? Our own forces aren't prepared for a campaign of this magnitude, while yours, Lady Nasuada, the Varden, are already accustomed to this fierce clamor of war. What do you mean to imply? That we should die for you? She doesn't say the last part. That's
I really wish she did, though.
I but make an observation. Take it how you will. This guy sucks.
Such a dick.
This guy is such a little toady.
You want us to go up front and you guys to take the back seat? Fuck you.
Yeah, like, oh, you're already ready to do this. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but like the way he's saying it is like as if Serta should not do anything and the Varden should just take care of it.
And it's like, no. That is not how this works, my dude. Prime Minister.
It's like, listen, and that's when Oren is like, listen, we need allies. Like, can we get Aragon back? And our Nasuada's like, I have to wait till Arya gets back before I can get in contact with the elves. So, like, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see when she gets back. It's like, can you get to the dwarves? Yes, we can ask the dwarves if they'll show up. They have, like, the dwarves have promised to come fight. And so they have a way to contact the dwarves.
Yep.
They are going to notify the elves. There's no way the elves can get to them in time, but they still should be aware of what is happening.
Absolutely.
And then they do a bunch of the mundane reality of planning for war.
Yep,
Who's going to pay for it? Who gets paid for people who are both working for the Varden and for Serta? Like, where do the supplies come from? Like, war is boring.
Yeah, I actually really like that Paulini put effort into
Yeah.
this, because it makes it feel real. Even if like I have a hard time, like I feel when I'm writing, this is kind of the stuff that I struggle with the most.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, the patience this kid had when writing this
Mhm.
is just remarkable.
Oh, yeah.
And also the fact that, because like when you're thinking, you're like, oh yeah, war, they just like get together and then they go. But he has the thought process to be like, no, they need supplies. They need like, they need blacksmiths there with them to repair armor and this, that, and the other thing. And like, as kid me, I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of was like, this is boring. I don't really care. But like adult me can be like, oh no, yeah, no, this is fully in reality. This is what needs to happen. And it's just so cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that it's not just like, oh, we're gonna destroy the Death Star and the battle's over. Hooray!
Yeah.
It's like we have a world in which the real, like, individual, mundane elements of governance and war and revolution have to be considered.
Yep.
And then after a while, we make a little side tangent into.
Oh yes, it's so good.
In the midst of the verbal fray, Oren pulled a scroll from his belt and said to Nasuada, "On the matter of finances, would you be so kind as to explain a rather curious item that has been brought to my attention?"
I'll do my best, sire.
I hold in my hand a complaint from the Weavers Guild, which asserts that weavers throughout Serta have lost a good share of their profits because the textile market has been inundated with extraordinary cheap lace. Lace they swear originates with the Varden. It seems foolish to even ask, but does their claim have any basis in fact? And if so, why would the Varden do such a thing?
If you remember, sire, when you refused to lend the Varden more gold, you advised me to find another way for us to support ourselves.
So I did. What of it?
Well, it struck me that while lace takes a long time to make by hand, which is why it's so expensive, lace is quite easy to produce using magic due to the small amount of energy involved. You, of all people, as a natural philosopher, should appreciate that. By selling our lace here and in the Empire, we have been able to fully fund our efforts. The Varden no longer want for food or shelter.
Lace.
Yes, sire.
You can't fight Galbatorix with lace?
Well, why not, sire?
Because it's not respectable, that's why! What bard would compose an epic about our deeds and write about lace?
We do not fight in order to have epics written in our praise.
Then blast epics! How am I supposed to answer the Weavers Guild? By selling your lace so cheaply, you hurt our people's livelihoods and undermine our economy. It won't do. It won't do at all.
Oh dear, if it's too much of a burden for your treasury, the Varden would be more than willing to offer you a loan in return for the kindness you've shown us, at a suitable rate of interest, of course.
The Council of Elders managed to maintain their decorum, but behind Nasuada, Elva uttered a quick laugh of amusement.
Get him, Nasuada.
It's so good. She's like,
It's
oh, I'm so
so
sorry. Well, you know, we are we're in a strong financial position. So if you need a loan, I'd be more than happy to help with that.
Yeah, I can help with that. Of course, with interest.
Get him. Oh my gosh. It's like, you told her to solve the problem.
Yeah, and she
don't
solved
be
the
mad
problem.
when she solved the problem.
Exactly. It's like, don't get mad now that she solved the problem when you literally left her to her own devices.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't have any room to complain here.
Yep, and again, like, I feel for the real world weavers who are like, that's their job and they're losing out money because they can't sell their product any cheaper.
Yes.
Like, that would be, so like, yeah, there is like real world struggle, but like, if the king really cares, here's a solution. You'll just borrow some money from the Varden to help stabilize it.
Yep.
It is what it is. It's crazy.
Agreed.
I love it. It's so fascinating.
It's so good.
And I also love Elva laughing.
Yes.
Because again,
I do like Elva laughing.
all of the adults are able to keep a straight face.
Yep.
But she is a kid.
She's a kid.
So of course she isn't practiced enough to hide that.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yep. I also think like she also doesn't care. I
She
think
also probably
it's a
doesn't
little bit of like she is a child, but also doesn't give a shit.
Mhm. Right? Like, she's not there to play diplomatic
Nice.
politics. Yeah, exactly. She is there to protect Nasuada.
Yep.
And honestly, it doesn't matter if everyone else is mad at her.
Yep.
Whatever.
Agreed.
Her life is suffering.
Yes.
What? She's gonna take a laugh where she can find one.
Yeah.
I bet she has so few reasons to genuinely laugh.
Yeah. And she's like, that was funny.
That was funny.
That was so good.
Man, okay. And that's it.
That's it.
This
The last,
was
just
really
the 2 chapters.
fun. Ugh, I love Nasuada.
I do too. Very.
I'm so glad we got to hang. Sorry, like a little spoilers for like we weren't gonna get another Nasuada chapter.
Yeah.
We try to avoid that. I just wanted
Yeah.
to like talk about how like I've so enjoyed having these.
Yes.
There's not that many.
No,
but like
each insight, each glimpse into Nasuada's like current ongoings is so interesting.
yeah, like it was so late in the book before we actually got this Nasuada chapter,
Mhm.
and there's only been 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this is the second one. We don't get to hang out with her very much, but they've both been like really well, like you said, really well placed
Yeah.
in like the pacing of the narrative and like strong for us to see. It is good for us to see what's going on with the Varden because like otherwise it would feel kind of out of the blue
Yeah,
when
a little bit.
Roaring shows up and what is happening here, and then Aragon gets called. It's like, oh god, like I think this is really smart strategically.
Yep,
and
agreed.
Nasuada's a great character, and I think Paulini has written her so well.
I think so too. Yes. Very
Loving
good.
that. For our writing takeaway, even though I would propose avoid picking character names that have those kind of similarities.
Yes,
like again, even though I
same.
think it is fine here because
Yeah.
again these characters don't interact or appear in the same scene with each other. But a good I think in general is like
If you,
sometimes
like,
you
if
have to change a character name.
Yeah, I'm like, if you have like a side character or like a tavern innkeeper or like, you know, someone that you're not going to hang out with, I think you're whatever.
Mhm.
But like one of the main characters that you revisit or maybe someday end up in a room together, we don't know.
Yeah.
Try it, maybe not avoid.
Yeah, it's just for clarity because that's what it
Yeah.
is. Like you're writing a narrative, you want your audience to not be confused if that's not your intention.
Yes.
And like speaking from literally real world experience,
Yeah.
having 2 characters that have the names weren't even that similar, but they did have the same 2 letters.
Yeah.
Even though they were like different. Like one was like one short syllable, the other one had 3 syllables. The characters were very different, but they did interact and appear in the same scene.
Yeah.
And it was just the first part of the name was just too similar for like a human brain to like have that strong delineation. So I think it's better just to change it early on. And then sometimes occasionally you'll still accidentally call one of the characters by their original name.
Yep.
I have written it and I'm like, God, I changed his name literally 3 years ago, and sometimes the original name still makes it on the page.
Still gets there.
So.
Yep, absolutely.
And what should we do for a quest?
Are there any like interesting maybe like characters that like give you the heebie-jeebies, but like in a good way?
Yeah.
Like
what are
Elva
your
does?
favorite like creepy spooky characters?
Yeah, it's like they're not like terror creepy.
Yeah, not
but,
like horror monsters,
yeah,
but you know what?
Just like a character that's like you just give me the creeps a little bit.
Garfield the Deals Warlock.
Garfield the Deals Warlock
from Adventure Zone Balance. He's just unsettling.
Yep.
Why can't I pay you in blood, Garfield?
Yeah.
Why did you have a copy of this man's body, Garfield?
Yep.
Garfield, what are you doing, Garfield?
What are you doing, Garfield?
Garfield the Deals Warlock who owns the fantasy Costco on the
Yep.
floating moon base.
Yep, absolutely. And for me, it's going to be Kaz from The Six of Crows.
Ooh, main character.
Yeah, because you like him. But like he is a villain. Like there's no way around that. Like he is a type of villain where and it's like what draws us to him is like the human stuff that he shows. Like you can understand him with his backstory and where he does stuff. But he does, and Nej gets hurt, and he does physically rip out a man's eyeball and throws him overboard because of it.
Damn.
So like, and you see him.
Hades and
rip out-
Hecate do that in Lore Olympus.
Like he is like he is, and then like goes absolutely insane and on these rampages and stuff like that. And it's like still creepy, still bad, but I'm like, I still like him.
He's still a great character. Like I think
love
Elva's
him.
a great character, even though I'm like, I'm so deeply unsettled by
Yes,
this child.
absolutely.
Because it's like by design. That's what makes a
Yes.
great character is when
Yes.
their intent is being executed successfully.
Yes.
Right? Like you don't have to like a character as a real world person
Yeah.
for them to be a good character.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's do some listener comments.
Yay.
Throwing back to our favorite like fake curse words.
Yes.
From the Dragon Mage, my favorite curse word is Sovereign Almighty, which is used in one of the books that I'm writing.
Oh, very good.
My favorite replacement is Son of a Lich, which I made in middle school.
I love that.
Also, fun fact, when I typed Lich, it keeps translating or autocorrecting it to Lucy. So it keeps making me say, son of a Lucy. And also, in response to your whole fate is dictating the story thing, note that the chapter where Aragorn gets Saphira is called Fate's Gift.
Yep.
Finally, how does Paolini think of you constantly dissing Aragorn? I hope Christopher Paolini doesn't think of us.
Oh, yes.
I hope Christopher Paolini doesn't know about us. That's not what we're here to do.
Yes.
We are not, our show is not for the author.
Yes.
No. That's not helpful. This kind of feedback we are not providing him with feedback.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
we are analyzing a text in a way that would be useful for other people who are actively in the process of creating something.
Yes.
I don't want Christopher Paolini to know about us. Period. That's not what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to have Christopher Paolini on the show.
Yeah, that's not the goal.
It's
for
not
sure.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also us dunking on Aragorn for being a kid. I would never say that to Christopher Paolini's face.
No.
That's not what this is for.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't think of us.
Yep.
Ever. I never want to be on his radar. That's not what we're here to do.
Yeah.
If we ever have the opportunity to be a part of the Aragon show promo event and we get to go to a Comic-Con thing,
Yeah.
then it'd be nice to be like, hello, we're podcasters and we talk about your book and we really like it. And I hope he says, that's nice, I'm glad you like the book. And that's it.
Yes, that's it, literally.
No.
I was going to say, if by the chance we meet him, just be like, hi, we do a podcast. It's good to finally meet you.
We've always loved your story.
We really loved your story. We love it so much. It's so good. Thank you so much. And that's it.
No.
And that's it.
No.
We wouldn't be like, well, let's tell you about
that's
how we
crazy.
think.
That's
Absolutely
crazy.
not.
That's not the
No
intent
way.
at all.
No.
It's not, because one hand, the way this is also an entertainment product.
Yes.
The way we comment on things would be so very different than the way I think we would give actual feedback to a friend asking for it, right? And it's also not a thing I would say to someone's face.
Oh yeah.
And not in a talk shit behind someone's back kind of way. But again,
gossip.
We are making a product to be entertained, for you, our listeners.
Yes.
And sometimes we'll be more over the top than we
Yeah.
would be in an actual real world setting.
Yes. Absolutely.
Our show is for you.
Yes.
It's not for Christopher Paolini.
Yeah, it's we're nitpicking a text between
That's
friends,
also 20
us.
years old.
Yeah, it's 20 years old, and I'm like, I would never do this to anyone's an author's face. Absolutely not.
That's not
That's not the
the
intent.
comments we make here to be a show to be entertainment for our audience would be incredibly cruel and disrespectful to say to someone to their face.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here to do.
Yeah.
And it's also I think reviews are for readers, they're not for the authors, and I feel like our show also would be classified as a kind of review show.
Yeah.
And it's not for an author.
Yeah.
So again, I hope he doesn't think of us ever.
Yes. The only review I would leave for Paolini intentionally for him would be like, I love this book so much.
This
Thank
book
you.
means so much to me.
Yes,
I'm like,
that
we
would
love
be it.
this. It has been such a joy to get to revisit as adults.
Yes.
It has brought us as
Yes.
friends, I think, really closer together.
Yes.
It has helped us deepen our relationship to writing and creativity.
Yes.
Those are the things I would say to Christopher Paolini about his
Absolutely.
works because they are true.
Yes.
And the only thing I would want him to know about me.
Yep. Agreed.
He doesn't need to know that I regularly criticize Aragorn for being 15.
Yes.
My brother is 15!
Yep.
So surreal!
Oh, yep.
Okay. Comment from Curtis Moore.
Ooh, yay.
My favorite wanted poster plot is from Lightning Jack with Paul Hogan and Cuba Gooding Jr. Jack is an outlaw, and he accidentally blows his cover a couple times because he's offended that his reward isn't as high as other outlaws.
I love that so much.
What a good bit.
Oh, that's so good.
Highly amusing. I love that. Okay, and then last I got kind of a roundup from a listener who just binged the series and left a bunch of super delightful comments.
Yeah.
Milo Caliente. Now, granted, a lot of them are from early episodes, and I have no idea what we were talking about to elicit this. So the very first comment that Milo left for us was on episode 4, Dragon Tales.
Yep.
My boy Zuko!
Yes.
And I'm like,
Zuko.
were we talking about Avatar?
I don't know. Maybe.
We must have.
We must have at some point.
And then a later comment that Milo left on episode 8. I just finished the series, not the podcast, but the books.
Yeah.
And my brother is going to college. it's so sad that it's finally over.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's the episode where Roran is leaving.
Yes.
And I was like,
Yeah.
the real world of, I'm the oldest sibling. I don't have that experience.
Yeah.
But that, like, my older sibling's leaving for college.
Yep.
My older sibling's moving out of the house. My
Yep.
oldest, like, dang, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
The feeling. But thank you so much, Milo, for listening to the show.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody who listens. If you comment on Spotify or Instagram, or if you just enjoy the show on your commutes, we are so happy to have you.
Yes,
thank you
absolutely.
so much.
Thank you so much.
If you want more podcast goodness, you can join us on the Dragon's Keep.
Yes, Dragon's Keep is our Patreon where we discuss all things dragons. So we don't really focus on anything. It's just any kind of dragon media we go into and just talk about and analyze and do the whole good stuff. We've covered everything from the Dragons of Pern to Maleficent, the Sleeping Beauty, to Disney's, what was the dragon Disney?
The Reluctant Dragon.
The Reluctant Dragon. So
to our most recent one at the time of recording is Raya and the Last Dragon.
That's right.
Which we did a very fun script doctor project to help Darien figure out why she didn't love the movie as much as she wanted to. So,
Yep.
Super fun. That is for just $5 a month over on Patreon. You can join the Dragon's Keep, be a friend of dragons, and get access to all of the episodes from the jump.
All the episodes. And it's been going on for about a year.
2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit.
Yeah, there's like over, like, I think around 24 episodes that you can just enjoy if you wanted something to do in between episodes coming out, especially for one of our many listeners who have recently, I've got caught up. Now I have to wait. It's like,
Yeah.
That's what Patreon's for if you want to hang out with us. And you'll also be
absolutely.
supporting our mission to get Lucy to get to cry while meeting Toothless in the Isle of Berk at Universal Studios Epic Universe.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, she's Lucy Hart.
And she's Darien Smartt.
And this is Aragon.
And back again.